How's it going, everyone? It is Reversal Trader King, where I catch you guys precise bottoms and tops in the stock market. And I just want to go over a summary of all the meme stocks that I saw that have made massive gains. And I want to show you guys where do we look for the sell signal and where do we look for if you guys want to trade a rebound type of system here. So, obviously, a lot of people are trading these based on guts and hype, and there's really no system into it other than them thinking it's a squeeze. There's nothing that can chart this. There's nothing that price can go up infinite, right? I'm going to show you guys why that's not true, and I adjusted some settings to where we can catch these tops and where we catch the bottoms. If you for everyone that's joined my Discord, they know, and watch my YouTubes and subscribe to it, they know what system I'm using. I'm using the Keltner channel ATR levels, and I adjusted this to an 8 ATR, so when price hits this area right in here, it will sell off. It's almost like a guaranteed 99% chance because this cannot be held, right? This is one of the biggest upside moves, and it has to go down. So what we see here, and if you guys do want to check out the Discord, it's only 20 cents a day, $6 a month. It's an over 95% win ratio of swing trading where I get high risk or low risk, high reward. It's a very good strategy. I'll put the link down in the YouTube comments below if you want to join. But right in here, we had this massive move up. And a lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, this is going to $75, right? We're going to really keep going just like the next meme hype, right? But then it just plummets down. And the reason why it plummets down is because we targeted this 8 ATR, and it has very little room to the upside. And if people that didn't see this system, they just see this, and they'll be like, oh, it's just a massive candle. It might pull back a little and go up. But this was not the case. I'm going to show you why. We have to hit the EMA 5, 10, and 20. And that's my 3 EMAs. No matter where price goes, we will hit those, and then it's going to adjust to it. So when you look at this, it hits this big, massive 8 ATR, and then look at the downside you have, and it does that very conservative, and then some at the EMA 10. So we hit this from a nice $11 all the way back down to $4.40. Massive move, and for a put option type of play, you're going to make bank on that type of play, and that's what I like to do. I don't like shorting. I do like buying options for a very nice gain. Where you would want to take the entry is at the, we use 4 ATR, and we use the bottom band. As you can see now, the bands adjust. We take it right here when price touches the bottom band. And a lot of people will ask, well, if you know price has to touch the EMA 5, 10, and 20, when do you know it's going to do? We take educated guesses based on what's a long length. We know EMA 10 is going to be touched usually in 1 month, EMA 2 in 2 months. And then the EMA 5 is usually like 1 week is very long, right? So it will bounce its head really often. So in my opinion, this is where I made a video back in AMC on April 15th, and it makes sense to make a massive move from here, at least to the EMA 5 of a 10% candle move, as you can see right on the EMA 5. And that's a beautiful gain, right? But then we know it's going to hit the 10 and 20, and look what we do from here to here. Did I expect this big, massive move? Absolutely not. Anyone that says they did, will be lying, right? So this is how you're supposed to trade these meme stock rallies, right? I love these kind of trades as, one, you can take both sides of the trade and it'd be easy gains. GME, let's go over it. They all do the same pattern. Anything at 8 ATR, what happens? They plummet rapidly fast. Where do they go down to? Your EMA 5, 10, and 20. Well, this case, the EMA 20 got hit so fast, right? And that is very abnormal. Usually you don't see the EMA 20 get hit this fast, but since it was a meme stock rally, they overflated the price, and guess what? Once people start selling, the panic is bigger than the upside, and that's what happens. So that's GME, and I can show you guys exactly the other rally where it can't sustain it. And if you guys seen this before and people are hoping for this same type of rally, it didn't last either, as we have a plummet right here at the 8 ATR, and then we have a plummet right in here at the 5 right in here. So it goes here and it goes all the way down, making a nice $40 to $20 haircut, 100% loss. Can we make another move up? That's what I kind of want to make this video. If we were going to make a move up, I do see GME doing it. And the reason why is because, one, we corrected to where I said we are going to correct to. We already hit the EMA 5, 10, and 20, and when you do that, you can make a next move higher up, and that is what we can have here. So we hit the EMA 5, we knew it has to hit that, and EMA 5 is a very short time frame, so if people see this, you're like, wow, this is very dangerous. We're at $65, EMA 5 is at 30, we can get a 100% haircut, and it decides to do much more. And I always tell people, if you want to take an uptrend type of trade, and you want to get in the momentum, we're taking the EMA 20. That's the best, most solid signal. Have a stop loss, a little bit distant so it won't just take you. And looks like we're forming a bullish candle here. Let's talk about the next ones. We have a lot to discuss. We have FFIE, one of everyone's favorites, right? So even with FFIE, what happens? Hit the 8 ATR and we come plummeting down each case it does, from a 90 cents to a 70. Now, this was one of the biggest squeezes in history, and this is what I expect to happen. We're going to keep hitting the 8 ATR, but what does it do? It plummets right back down to your EMA 5, and this would be a conservative way to get in. This is a nice little bounce area, because if you hold that EMA 5, guess what happens? We hit the new upper band right up in here. Am I expecting the next bounce to do this? Absolutely not. So we went from a nice gain of 75 cents to a high of almost $4. We know we have to hit the EMA 5, and it usually hits it fast. So why would anyone take the trade when we're close to this 8 ATR, even 7 ATR or 6, as this can plummet anytime soon? Guess where we go to? The EMA 5. It hasn't hit it, so it will hit it very soon. So do keep that in mind. There is a little more room to go. And as you can say, we can always hit the 10 and 20, just like GME and AMC did instantly. So these smaller cap stocks are going to do this. But, this was 4 cents and up to $44. And then a lot of people are saying this is going to pump to $10. And yes, it overhypes it all, and you become irrational. And that's the most dangerous thing you could probably do, right? So, yeah, so what do I expect this to do? We're definitely going to hit EMA 5 probably on Monday, and then expect a conservative bounce up, and then we're going to hit EMA 10 and 20 for sure. So this is one of those dangerous plays. If you're willing to risk money, you got to be willing to risk it, right? It's it's zero or nothing, because this type of play will go down pretty fast and just wreck your account. CRKN is another one. As you can see, we're at the 8 ATR, and they all do the same pattern, and I will be shorting these if they do go hit these, as these are very nice gains from a nice 52 cents all the way down to 13 cents. It can't sustain it. It could try to do it the next day. As you can see, we go down, try to hit the EMA 5, and try to bounce, but it can't sustain it. Another one was GWAV. Right in here, we try, but this one had more room to go up than the others. It wasn't as big of a squeeze, so we can readjust and say what's going on. 4 ATR is usually what I use for regular market structure. Right in here, you can start scaling in for sells or shorts, and it hits the EMA 5. So what you want to do is, honestly, if you're looking for entries, do the inverse of the sells. If you haven't hit the EMA 10 in a very long time, look at this chart right here. You can see EMA 10 was last hit on April 22nd, and guess what? We had some time of not hitting it. We were not as close to the bottom band, so I didn't like the trade as much, till right in here was a nice decent gain to start going up to hit the EMA 20, because look at the distance the EMA 20 has been hit, way back in here, and I said anything in 2 months is long. Well, look at the distance we had for a nice buy zone. EMA 20, look at this, 4 cents all the way to 8 cents. 100% mover gain. Would you have caught this whole move only with a trailing stop? And that's your only way you would have caught that. The last one I want to show you is SINT, and you can see how religiously they can't sustain it, even on the 4 ATR. But I love the 8 ATR when things are overhyped. Bam, nice sell opportunity. Where does price go back to? It goes back to at least your 5, and then your 10, and the 20 is your longer term. If I was going to take a bounce play on any of them, it would be GameStop, as this one is hitting the EMA 20, and we can get a nice conservative target. So, but as always, guys, do not chase. Your best entries are going to be when we hit the bottom band on my average true range with time distance with 10 and 20. Right in here was a nice GameStop entry for a nice gain, is where I would have taken it. If we taken another one, we could have taken this, but it's a little dicey. But what I did like is the 10 and 20 hasn't got hit in a while, so you could have obviously taken it right in here if you were just eyeing this chart for a bit. So that's how you do it. You just got to remember time distance. A lot of people say, well, that I just don't know. Not a lot of people know this about the EMAs. And if you do a lot of back tests and market structure and see this, it totally makes sense. We can look at the biggest caps in the market when they do nice corrections. They're going back to this EMA 20 and they can go a little under. This is totally fine. They can go a little under, but as long as we're closing above it and we're starting the next rally from this EMA 20, we could get a nice bounce. And that's really what you want to see. And there's tons of volume, so that's really nice to see. We have 96 million volume. On this candle, we had 206. So it can very well pump. If I was going to trade any of them, it'd be this. FFIE is not a bad one for a nice short-term correction on the EMA 5. I'm going to wait for a nice little touch here, but the problem is it can easily go to the 10 and 20, as this one had a big nice run, and I can easily see it plummeting from there. If you guys want to learn more about the band strategy, how to use ATRs correctly, and how to use time distance, which is the most important, because we know price is going to hit the EMAs, so we do a lot of mathematics and what's abnormal, right? If you look at a lot of back testing, you'll be like, okay, look at this. We're constantly hitting the EMA 10. We wait till price gets close as possible to the lower band under the EMA 5 for a nice gain from here. You can target, and from here to target from a low of 19 cents and went to a high of 44. I could keep doing this repeatedly after repeatedly. You see right here, FFIE hits the lower band. Guess where we target? The EMA 5, EMA 10, and then EMA 20. All three are going to hit, and guess what price does? It consolidates at the EMA 20 and it chooses direction. In this case, it goes down. You want to make sure when it hits the EMA 20, it goes and changes to the up momentum, and that's how you trade uptrends. If you guys want to learn more, like I said, there is a premium Discord. It's only 20 cents a day or $6 a month, where I go over. I was going over the meme stock rally, as those are the most hyped ones up. Those are probably all the stocks people are going to trade next week. So I want to go over each one, where they are at on the EMAs, where they are at on the ATR levels, of why they went down. It makes totally sense why FFIE went down. It's not some bizarre manipulation. It's, the whole market's manipulated, but when something rises that much, there's more meat on the bone. And it's a very easy shorting opportunity. I don't want alerting shorts, but when something, like that happens, it's kind of just like a no-brainer short type of play, because there's people getting sucked into the hype. And if you look at all the squeezes, it won't go past 8 to ATR. 8 is a magic number. That's your average to range where price has to correct. Now, how big it corrects, we all don't know. It could have waited to the EMA 5 and hit it next week. That's not what I'm trying to tell you, but I am saying it will hit it. And this time it decided to do it rapidly fast. You take the conservative gains and you move on if you were shorting FFIE. If you were buying it, you look for the inverse and you buy at the lower band for the best risk versus reward. So if you guys want to join the premium Discord, it's only 20 cents a day or $6 a month. What you want to do is go down below into the YouTube comments, down below the video. I'll pin the link. It'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. And when you click that link, it takes you to this free chat landing page. And as you'll see tons of members, blue banners, and that means they're subscribing. We have over about 5,000 members that are just constantly coming in within the past 2 or 3 months. So a lot of people have been coming in a very short amount of time because they love the system. It's very easy to see. You don't have to use massive, advanced technicals. Any type of trader can do this, beginner, intermediate, and even experts. So you can see, if you like trend reversals, you're obviously watching the strategy because you're probably thinking, well, I want to get in early. I want to buy when price is at 4 cents for FFIE instead of buying it when it's at $3. And because then your risk versus reward is outrageous. If you're buying at $3 of FFIE, you got to make it go to $6 to make 100%. If you buy it at 4 cents, all you need it to do is go to 8 cents and you're at 100% gain. Who cares if it goes up, 8,000%? You take your pieces of the pie. Nobody knows how high it's going to go. But the risk at $3 is way higher than the risk at 4 cents. And what's crazy is nobody wanted it when I made a video of FFIE when it was down here. And a lot of people, I'm not saying, to boost the ego, but I'm just saying it makes more sense to buy it when price is depressing, because we go in waves. Market's going to go in waves. You're not going to just get, candles that just go up like this forever. You have to correct to the EMA5, and when you hit this 8 ATR up in here, it sells off rapidly. If you guys want to learn more about the system, click the link below in the YouTube comments. It'll take you to this Discord free chat landing page. And if you're new to Discord, what you want to do is go into my subscriptions tab. I have lots of channels here. Just hit premium chat or any of them. When you decide to do it, it'll opt you to subscribe for only 20 cents a day, 20 cents a day, or $6 a month. When you do that, do it on the computer because it is slightly cheaper than on your phone. If you do it on your phone, it'll charge you like $1 or $2 more. But I try to make it very affordable where anybody can do this system. You can use this system. You don't even have to look at my alerts. I do alerts where I tell you guys my exact entries and exits ahead of time before I get out or exit. You're going to get my actual accumulation reversals, how to accumulate, my video for indicators, and then even if you want to trade options, you can do it however you want. You don't have to follow my alerts. You can see the system, and as long as you're using it how it's meant to be, you will be over a 95% winner. And the main thing is to relate the consistency and the transparency. I started journaling a lot of these, so you can constantly see the stocks I'm in. Like CRNC, I got it at 447, got out at 452 because I didn't like it, so I hurry up and take the quick gain. So you can see what I'm thinking, and then in my notes, I will tell you why I like the trade and all that. So it's just nice to say you can see my wins and losses, my averages, and then the stocks I have. So hope you guys really like this video. Like I said, if you really want to learn the most, joining the Discord is the best way to go. And then if you guys like this video, give it a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about the meme stock rallies, when to get in, what your average is. I'd be more than happy to give you my opinion based on statistics. I'm not trying to use bias or gut feeling of, AMC's going to $100 or any of that. I want to make sure we correct to the EMAs first, and then we look for that rebound. My favorite, obviously, is GME. I really do like this type of setup here for a nice bullish-looking candle for a rebound play off the EMA 20, and that's the kind of things you want to look for, guys. You do not want to buy it when it's above the upper band. You want to buy it when it's at least below the bands, or as best case scenario is at my green band. So I hope you guys did like it. Give it a like. It helps a lot, this video. It's not just, it means a lot to me when I make more videos, and it shows me who likes it and more topics I want to discuss. And like I said, join the premium Discord. I'll see you there, and let's make some money.